Previously on Birth Stories.
You could really see the baby go from here to, way back. And Garrett used to get very nervous about that.
We're having water birth in the pool at home, so.
Really?
Yeah, so.
Wow.
Thank
That's some deep stuff, yeah.
I can't do this myself. Like, you definitely have to wake up with me at night, okay?
Sure.
It's hard to believe it's almost a year.
Yeah.
Like in 6 weeks. That's a year.
Yeah, we've been through a lot.
We'll have to trim everyone.
Shirley and her husband Mike have come through a parent's worst nightmare. Last year, their first baby, Riley, died at birth.
Hey, Riley, how are you today?
To help ease the pain, the couple tried for a second pregnancy almost right away. Shirley is now 8 months pregnant.
How many babies did you say have been buried since?
About 6 in this area.
6. We've never run into any parents here. Never. I always dread it that you're gonna see another parent. Like, that's a fast year.
They're sleeping. How you doing?
Okay, how are you?
Looking forward to going back home?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good. Of course you are.
John and Maya had twins a few weeks ago. But when their little girl contracted meningitis, Maya and both babies were back in hospital for 2 weeks.
After I bring you home, I have to run back to work because I let one of my drivers go today, and so we're really backed up, and it wasn't a good day, but for me to send them home, and he could tell he was upset. But I said I don't care. I'd rather sacrifice and work a little bit more than to put up with any crap like that, because it's just, forget it, Did you see that?
And they actually slept pretty well last night. They went 5 hours between the feeding.
Yeah? 5 hours, that's great. Hey, maybe there's
That
hope.
doesn't mean 5 hours of sleep. That means 5 hours from the beginning of one feeding to the next.
Oh.
That means 3 hours of sleep. I only think in the number of hours of sleep that you get.
Go ahead, Maya, go ahead. I hope we're not back for a long time.
Well, we've been here with every single child.
They all had their share.
Hello there, Olivia. It's me. Me, the pokey old midwife.
This is Heather and Philip's first baby together. Heather has 4 other children, though, and she hopes they will all be present at the birth.
Okay.
But I know you want sooner rather than later, so I'm willing to do something I know it won't hurt and it might help,
Okay.
which is to do an internal and...
So, like, what is the chances of if you do that? Like, we're going... If she's
Well,
not ready to come, she's just not going to
Exactly.
come.
That's right. Bring your knees up and your feet as close to your bottom, and bring your feet together. And then let your knees fall apart for me. That's great. And then you just feel my fingers reaching in.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is not comfortable.
I have a really high cervix, too.
Do ya? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have, oh, there it is, right there, Heather. And it's really soft. Yeah, it's like so soft.
That's a good
One
thing?
finger has gone in easily into the external os. I
Okay.
can feel the baby's head, although it sort of bounces like it's not deeply engaged. There, I'm through now. Okay, and that's about all I can do.
Huh, cool.
No promises.
How about right now?
I wish. As long as it's not overdue, I'm happy.
Yeah.
How's he doing?
Julia's expecting her first child and hoping for a home birth. Her sister delivered hers at home and has some advice.
So would you have your first baby at home?
I didn't even know about midwives when I got here. But I'm not saying that I don't think you should have your baby at home. I'm just saying back then, I didn't see it as a real normal thing. But it's just like you have to be just totally comfortable with your decision.
Yeah.
Like you have to be comfortable with an ambulance coming to your house and being taken away in an ambulance.
Right. In the neighborhood.
And you have to
freaking out.
You have to realize that your neighbors are going to stand at the end of the street and say, "That woman, what was she thinking?"
Well, I'm not worried about the neighbors. Everybody at work is like, all my clients are keep asking me, and they're like freaking out for me. So she said, "Oh my gosh, you just, even if you decide that you're gonna have it at home, you don't tell them."
No.
She's like, "You gotta lie to everybody."
I think it becomes less painful to look at things more and more. I think if you only look at something once every 5 years, it's just incredibly sad. Well, this was stuff that we got from the hospital that he wore. They were really nice at Mount Sinai, you know, so his diaper and all the baby stuff. But it was really sad. This is what Mike carried out the next day. And you see, this is my pregnancy calendar. I actually started to do one for this pregnancy and I stopped. I got frightened. I don't want another one of these. So I have one. This pregnancy did pretty similar, so I slowed down at the end. This is in the summer. And then at the very end, we had company that the end month, but everything was fine with that pregnancy just up until the delivery day. But this whole drawer is all Riley stuff, all from the cemetery, cards that we got. So some of it we'll put up. And we'd always knew we had more children, so we wanted to keep this room alive. The only way we could do it was keep our ironing board in here because we had to come in every single day to iron our clothes. So just by switching the room around and stuff, I think it'll maintain what it was supposed to represent in the first place, and there will be a baby in here.
Mommy! Yeah, Mommy and the babies are home.
We're home now. Mommy's not going back to the hospital anymore to see the babies. Yeah. I don't have to go to the hospital to see the babies because they're there.
Yeah, here comes it here.
You look at the babies.
Maya and John have 2 other children, Teo, who's almost 2, and 4-year-old Desi.
You give her a little kiss?
Just remember, it's probably because of the little kisses he gave before that got us in the hospital in the first place. Okay.
I gotta head back to work.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. I gotta go to work. Are you gonna drive me, huh? Yeah? Bye, Teo. Nico, Teo. Bye-bye.
See ya. Bye.
Heather's blood pressure is being closely monitored. Until now, she'd been hoping to give birth in a very different setting, at home, in a pool.
She's got that look. What is it?
Well, we'll go back to talk to the doctor again.
What was it this day?
That's 160, 104, so.
We have to, I guess, decide ourselves if we're going to have it in the hospital or have it at home. Then tell the kids.
What are we going to tell the kids?
Tell them that, you know, your blood pressure's a little high and the doctor thinks it's safer for everybody if you have it in the hospital.
We'll have to find out from the doctor what the hospital policy is, I guess, about having them here. It's not like we're just have one. Having 4.
Kids were looking forward to the home birth, getting in the pool, being a part of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about, is that are they gonna still have that sense of being part of it now? You know, if we do have it in the hospital, and because depending on what the policy is, you know what I mean? And is the doctor gonna respect that?
I'm just gonna have to make the doctor understand.
So I have to pick an area on my large belly that I can have a needle. Mike doesn't like watching this. The baby's moving right now. Oh boy, the whole end came off. So this is Fragmin, which is basically heparin, which is, the baby's kicking as I'm doing this. Oh, that's so funny, which is basically an anticoagulant. So I tested positive for an antibody that's called the anticardiolipin antibody. I have a tendency to clot. This makes sure there's nothing, even no microclots. That could be a problem. Often people who miscarry frequently in their first trimester, this is an issue for them. I've never miscarried in my first trimester, but because of our loss, I opted to go along with the recommendation that I take this. So I do this twice a day. It burns a little, like a bee sting, but it's okay. Makes me feel like I'm doing something to make this baby have better odds.
Julia is barely a week away from her due date. This ultrasound will determine if a home birth is possible.
Facing upwards. Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Baby small? Baby's small, not a very big baby, but that's all right. It's just fine. Fine, yeah.
So here's our baby.
Very hard to
I think
tell.
it takes after mom. Yeah. See me in there, but yeah. So it went really well. We had good news. The placenta's moved up, so which means we can have a home birth if we want. So yeah, it's very good. Very exciting. Yeah.
Uh-oh, forgot the meatballs.
We got a little orchestra here.
How am I supposed to be in for half an hour? They've been in for an hour. Give me this bag.
Yes. Cheese, bread.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, here are my keys.
Desi,
Here you go, keys.
will you go wash up? Go wash your hands.
Who do I take first? Who's been crying longer?
Her as usual.
Yeah. Oh, honey. What's the matter? Oh. So you managed to prepare dinner with one hand.
This is what I do. I take turns. Then the next one will cry. I'll put this one down and take the next one.
Nico! We're not going out tonight. Excuse me, Teo. Did you make a mess for Mummy? You have to try to be careful. You don't throw your food on the floor. You're just trying to keep me on my toes. That's all Mummy needs.
Never a dull moment around dinner time.
That's for sure. And Mummy hasn't had one morsel of food yet. I gotta get out of these four walls.
Your blood pressure, instead of going down, has actually gotten worse, okay? You're balancing a healthy term pregnancy with a ripe cervix against high blood pressure, which will not go away until the baby's delivered. So from our point of view, the recommendation would be that you be induced. And I'm trying to balance your hope for a natural as possible against any complications, okay? Once you deliver, sometimes this blood pressure problem can actually get worse. So we'll want to watch you for a little bit afterwards to make sure. Usually it gets better, but in some women it gets worse. So we have to watch for that as well.
Okay. We have other children, and it's been really important. Can you explain, Phyllis, please?
It's been really important to have the other children involved as much as possible through the whole process.
Is there any chance of us?
Well, we can see how things go. I mean, you have to balance as parents. If you want them involved, you want them in a positive way.
Definitely.
And you don't want them to see mommy frightened, scared, or in a complicated situation where it's an emergency or difficult, right? All right. See you over there.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't think we'll be coming home tonight. Well,
Maybe with a new baby.
With a new baby, maybe. They're going to induce her because her blood pressure spiked. It went way up, and they're really worried.
Heather's best friend and neighbor is telling her husband the bad news.
Delivery, and then the doctor's going to check her, and they're going to break her water, and they're going to see what's going on. But the kids don't know anything, so don't. Okay, so
We don't know.
we'll figure.
Yeah, we don't know.
Because we don't know exactly
Kids are gonna
what's
be
going to happen. The kids may be allowed to be up here, so if they can, we'll come home and get them. Anyway, I will call you there once we find out what's going on. All right? Okay. I love you too. Bye.
You've lost a child, eh? Was the child born still?
Yeah, he died during labor that day.
I think you have a bit of problems carrying boys.
So if the next one's a boy, any words of wisdom?
You have what's called a star in your birth hand, so things will turn out very well for you. I need you to stand up, though.
Oh. Good.
I think you're having a little girl.
So did the ultrasound people.
Yeah, I think you're having a girl.
How do you know that?
Just the way you are.
Okay. You lost your shoe, dude.
Okay, Mommy.
Okay.
Mommy's got your shoe.
Mommy's gonna put your shoe on.
Desi, put your helmet on, okay?
Pick a stroller, any stroller.
I no kidding, eh? How does Mommy do this by herself?
What? I throw them in like that. Right?
Oh my.
They're not as fragile as they look. Right back. Okay. All ready? Okay, everybody ready? Well,
This is hard to drive. Oh my God.
well.
Which way, Tail? Choo choo! Chugga 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 chugga. Choo choo! Choo choo!
Remember to stop and look both ways, Desi.
Choo choo! Chugga 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 chugga. Choo choo! Chugga 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 chugga. Choo choo!
We need a thing on a sign that says this vehicle makes wide turns. Now you're gonna go and get your pajamas on, right? Just like you always do. Because you're really big. You're the one big kid that can get himself ready, right?
Desi, once you're done, can you get my pajamas on, Desi?
No.
Please, I need all the help I can get. Daddy.
I can't.
Daddy's really
I
tired.
don't know how.
No?
No.
Here, pajamas. You put them on, get yourself
I
ready.
know you don't care about me when I'm having a timeout.
That doesn't mean I don't care about you.
No.
It means I do care about you. And timeouts are to show you how to control yourself and how to teach you how to behave better, right?
Tired. Oh, me too. I know.
I just let you misbehave all the time. Not very much. Okay, no, okay. We gotta calm down a bit.
Maya, he just pooed.
Huh?
He just pooed just now.
Nico.
Nico.
Okay, I'll change them again.
These are my new socks.
Come on, Desi, quickly,
My
come on.
new ones.
Okay, they're nice new socks. Desi, come on, hurry up, man.
Okay. I'll change your diaper again, because you pooped in it again. Oh boy, this is a full-time job, diaper changing, isn't it? It's a full-time position.
Totally against everything that I wanted to do. You know, I didn't want all this excess internals and, you know, I just wanted to do it naturally. I wanted to do it at home. That's the biggest thing. I feel like I'm losing control of everything now, and it just...
That's the hard part. You gotta deal with that. And it's not gonna be easy, because it's not what you wanted, it's not what we planned. But you have to think that it's in your best interest and the best interest of Olivia, right?
I guess it's not so much the test, it's just not having the kids.
But that doesn't mean the kids aren't gonna be there. I'll do everything in my power to make sure that they're here. I'll fight with that doctor.
Because that was just so, I mean, that was the whole reason of doing the baby, having the baby at home, because we wanted them to be a part of it, and, you know?
Pretty sure, barring any unforeseen circumstances, as long as there's not any complications, you can have whoever you want in the delivery room. And if that means having the kids in there, then we'll have the kids in there.
Next time on Birth Stories.
Just came out. Baby rescues.
You know, when you're grieving and such a loss, you don't want to do anything. I still didn't want to talk to people, but I could talk to the dog.
When are you guys getting married? So, Tyler, when are you guys getting married?
Yeah, soon.
We were crying because we just wanted to be there for the birth.
I know you do, buddy.
Placenta. Oh, 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 oh.